is up, guys? This is a day in the life of a clothing brand vendor. Alright, it's Saturday morning. We have a show today. We're mostly packed. Got the cooler bag and an overnight bag because I had planned to do this video as like a day in the life. So today, if you don't know, my name is Dylan. I run Wretched Clothing. You can definitely go check that out. There'll be a link in the description. wretchedclothing.com. We do stuff in the motorcycle space, hot rod space, all that kind of stuff. But we have a show today at a local Harley shop. It's going to be kind of big. Trapped is playing at 6 o'clock tonight, and there's like 2 bands going on before that, and they're having a stunt show, and we're linking up with Left Lane, where they're going to be at the show too. And they kind of hit us up last night and was like, hey, we're going to go to Charlotte after and do a show Sunday. Now there's 2 Harley shops doing a grand reopening this weekend, so we're gonna pick up after this show, go there. So this day in the life turned into 2 days because this literally transpired last night, and I woke up to the message this morning that Harley shop's cool with us coming down tomorrow. So it might be a day in the life, but it's going to turn into a weekend of the life with me, because that's what happens last minute. We have a kid on the way coming. It is currently the last day of May, and we're gonna have a kid come Thanksgiving. So I'm trying to push and do everything that I absolutely can to push this company as far as I can before we get slowed down a little bit. The dream is to quit the full-time job, eventually start doing this full-time. So we're pushing, but we gotta pack up a little bit more because we're going down to Charlotte after this. No bike today. The wife is pregnant and she's going to do today's show with me, but she is not going to overnight and go down to Charlotte. So we're going to do that one by ourselves. Left Lane's going to be there. We always help each other and hang out. But that means I got to drive the truck, no bike, because she's going to take her car. And then once we're done with the show, she's going to go home, and I'm going to do the 3-hour drive down to Charlotte. Because unfortunately, where we're going today, Smithfield, is not really any closer to our end destination than where we currently are at home. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We're going to do that. That way I'm not dog tired tomorrow for the show. I can kind of sleep in a little bit, go do the show, then come home. I'll be late Sunday night. You will be along for the ride. If you don't mind and you like to see this stuff, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Greatly appreciate you. But you're going to be along for the ride. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a crazy weekend, as it usually is. And then I've got to get up Monday, go to work 5 days, and then we have a show next Saturday. 'Tis life. But let us get completely packed up, get on the road, and I'll catch up with you. All right, we are packed up. We are on our way. Drive time's about an hour and a half. The wife's a little bit further behind. She didn't leave quite when we did, and she's going to stop and get breakfast. Probably some coffee. I'm going to go on ahead. I had a little protein shake and protein bar. We're going to call that good. But we are just going to drive, probably listen to a podcast. I had hoped to ride this morning, but I canceled the bike on my own doing by driving to Charlotte after this show. So that's all right. We're going to keep pushing and just see where we can take this thing. So you got to sacrifice a little bit, do what you're going to do, and we'll ride bikes another day. All right, we just showed up. They have a lot going on. So we're just going to park. We're going to go find the event director and figure out where we're going. All right, we found our spot, kind of right behind us. We're going to start setting up. All right, we're already set up for the most part. Got left lane going. Our friends, as always, they're kind of across from us. The stunt show is kind of behind us there. You can already hear some of the bands going. They got a small stage, I think, for 2 bands, and then the big stage for Trapped. So we're gonna see what happens. The good thing about that is we're kind of in the middle, and with the stunt show going on behind us, we'll be able to watch it kind of easy. And then the biggest thing is with the band going tonight, we'll be able to actually hang out, enjoy the band, and hopefully maybe keep selling stuff. So that's gonna be fun. All right, it's like 9:45. We're pretty much ready to go. Just parked the truck out of the way. So that's the dealership now. It used to have a much smaller building, and then an even smaller building was here, and then an open parking lot there. So I'm guessing this is just going to be a really big parking lot for them once they get done. This dealer sits in front of an outlet mall, so there's always a lot going on and a lot of people that come through here. It's always good to be a vendor at one of their shows, because so many extra people just come by and check things out. It really gives a vendor or somebody set up great opportunity, and a lot more than what a usual like Harley shop event can do sometimes. So it can be very beneficial. But once we get everything completely figured out, look at some bikes. Once we get everything completely figured out, we will take you on a tour of the place. All right, we're gonna go check out this dealership. We got a bunch of bikes outside. I'm gonna assume these are all used, but let's go check out the brand new building. I have not been in there, so kind of cool to check it out. That's Coleman's helmet. They do have a ton of motorcycles. So pretty cool dealership, a vast improvement from their old building. I'd like to see what they do with the rest of the parking lot and what they do in the future, but looks pretty cool so far. I'll show you a little bit of the first one. We've just been kind of hanging out. The wife's already ate. We've been dealing with wind today. Jesus Christ, it's been so windy. Sales started to pick up, so that's good. It's like, I think, close to 2 o'clock now. But we're doing pretty good. The wife went to go get us some food. Just kind of hanging out. We're gonna eat and just keep doing sales and kind of holding the tent down because Jesus, it's so windy. It should kind of stop in the evening. I'm really looking forward to that. It has been absolutely crazy so far. Get ready to do the last stunt show of the day. See how that turns out. bad news. It is currently 5. Big band is supposed to play at 6:30, and a thunderstorm is supposed to roll through at 6:30. So we may not end up staying for that because we got a show tomorrow. I don't want to deal with the rain. I don't want to pack up in the rain. I don't want all this stuff to get soaked. So we may need to work on getting out of here early, unfortunately. Because of the rain, we're gonna start packing up right now, unfortunately. It's gonna be here in about 30 minutes. We need to get this stuff out because we don't want it soaking wet. We got a show tomorrow. All right, it is about to downpour. We are all packed up. Left Lane decided to pack up their trailer. It looks like the band is gonna do a rain delay if it doesn't rain too long. Jay is throwing everything in his trailer. Luckily for him, he does have a trailer. If they come back and play, he will open his stuff back up, try to make a little bit more money. We cannot do that, so we're gonna go eat with everybody. So we can at least have dinner together, and then we are gonna head down to Charlotte. Well, if it isn't the usual suspects. So this is why we decided to stop early. That's why we packed up. Supposed to do this for like an hour or so, so there was no reason to continue what we were doing. Jay might, but we're just gonna eat dinner and then leave on out. Our stuff would have got completely soaked, and with the show tomorrow, that just would not have worked out. All right, dinner's over. We all ate except Coleman. Well, she go to the bathroom?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we all ate except Coleman. He had to wait like 3 hours for his food, so he just got it to go. But I think they're gonna head back to the show, see what's up. We're gonna hit the road. All right, I am by myself now. It is, what time is it? It is 7:45. We got roughly a 3-hour drive, something like that. We're going to drive over, get gas, and then hit the road and see what time we can make it to the hotel. All right, so we're filling up. We got some energy drinks, mainly. I don't think I'm gonna drink one tonight. Probably one for the morning and then one for the ride back. We got cheap gas, $2.58. That's super cheap for us. It's like $2.80 kind of back at the house. Comment down below what your gas is. This is regular, so 87. But we got a bit of a drive. The show was a little lackluster. Honestly, they were like, oh yeah, it's probably going to be at that 3,000 people there. No way. And it's a little strange because the weather forecast didn't show rain till like in the middle of the day today. Like, it was kind of a storm that popped up that was not planned. We were supposed to get some wind and gust, and we did definitely do that. But the rain and stuff, that wasn't planned and didn't know about ahead of time. And not a lot of people showed up. That happens. So kind of glad that we're kind of doing part 2 of Day in the Life, because we decided to add that extra show. So we're gonna gas up, hit the road, and we got a show tomorrow, so we're gonna keep on keeping on. All right, we made it to our hotel. We're definitely not in the greatest part of town, but that's what you get. Definitely got a cheap motel, because the doors are on the outside. But let's get our stuff in and check it out. All right, hotel is really not that bad. Everything's pretty clean, as it should be, so not too bad. Got a big old mirror here, but we're going to take a shower, get some sleep. I need to figure out how far the dealership is away. I don't think it's that far, but just plan for the morning and get ready to start all this over. It was a day in the life. Now it's going to be 2 days, just because of what we've added to our agenda. So first day is over. Let's jump right into the second. Good morning. It is the next morning. We are almost packed up. We're pretty much ready. A little bit later than I wanted to. I probably should have stopped hitting the snooze, got up, and we could have got a real breakfast. We're probably just gonna hit a McDonald's and go check out the dealership and see what today is going to have in store for us. The bed was lackluster, but you know, It's what I expect. It's a hotel for under $100, so you get what you get. But as long as the truck's still out there, I haven't checked, and it wasn't broken into, we're doing just fine. All right, we're at the Harley dealer. We're at Independence Harley. It has been a while since I've done a show on a Sunday, and I didn't realize something. They don't open until 12. The first stunt show is at 1. We are here way too early for this shit, but it is what it is. We're gonna make it work, make it happen. I guess we're gonna be hanging out. Left lane will probably be here 15 minutes or so, I don't know. So we're just gonna make it work. Stunt crew's already here working on their bikes, changing out the tires. It's gonna be a little chill morning. All right, we're set up. Next to left lane as usual. Stunt guys are already getting started. I didn't film at all setting up because the band was getting started and it was loud and you wouldn't have been able to hear stuff and all that kind of whatnot. But we got our booth set up. Got some bikes. They're giving away that Road King. I think they did 100 tickets, no, 1,000 tickets. I guess they built a Road King. They're gonna give that away today. Stunt lots back there. Boys are getting ready. Got Jasmine Kane today, singing and whatnot. Let's go check out this dealership before things get crazy. One-man show today, so gotta do everything myself. First time walking in here. Let's check it out. It's a really cool dealership. The aesthetic is perfect. It's not crammed. They got a really nice setup. So I really like this dealership, and I'm going to tell you one thing that I absolutely love. This morning when we pulled up, there was a guy outside with a backpack blower, blowing everything off, cleaning up the parking lot, all this kind of stuff, like 3 hours before they opened. He came up and introduced himself. He's a general manager. To go to a dealership where the GM is doing that, you know, this place is great. So I really appreciate that, and you can tell you're in a good spot. All right, we ate some bomb tacos. Things are picking up a little bit. Not a lot of people here. I'm wondering how it's going to be on a Sunday. They said yesterday was absolutely packed. This probably should have been the place we came to, but we didn't know about this until after we had already committed to the other one, which is fine. But this is going to be a dealership to actually pay attention to and watch their events. First stunt show's already been done. We're changing out tires right now, and we're just chilling. All right, we've just been kind of hanging out. Not a lot has been going on, and now it's starting to rain a little bit. It's selling some, but like, it's honestly not worth getting all this stuff soaking wet. So we're gonna kind of just pack up all the stuff that I don't want to get wet, because I really don't want to spend all my time washing and drying this stuff, because we got another show next weekend. So we're gonna kind of pack up. All right, they're gonna do another stunt show. It's sprinkling a little bit, but they're gonna run it. So we're gonna go check it out. We are on the road. We've been driving for a little bit. We already went through Charlotte. We're on 85 headed north. So we're gonna get home, I don't know, hopefully somewhere before 10 o'clock. Probably stop for some gas and get a little bit of food at some point. But I just usually when I head home, I like to just get on the road and go, and then we'll figure out the other stuff in a little bit. But the show today didn't have a lot of people. Plagued with a little bit of rain, a sprinkle right at the end. 2 days of rain probably holding some people back. That always sucks. I do believe that last night's show there was probably massive, and then there just wasn't as much of a reason for people to come back at scale anyways. The stunt show, awesome. 12th Co put on a great show. Everybody loved it. It was cool because all the kids got to go see it, and it was a good time. Jay did a burnout on his bike right near our booth, and some of the rubber got over everything. That was absolutely hilarious. So we cleaned that up, and it was still a good time. We got to hang out with some people, got to meet a viewer of the channel, so that's really cool. Shout out to you. Please comment down below. But it was still a great time. We're gonna hit the road, and we'll update you if anything happens. Worst case, we'll get home and do a recap. If you've made it this far, definitely hit subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate you. We're already talking about what events we're doing next and what we got going on. Me and Jay were talking about the things in the future. But they are actually probably going to drive back towards their house, probably like a couple hours, they were talking, and then just get a hotel and head back Monday. It's only 3 hours for me. I think it's 5 for them. I'm not sure, but they'll be back Monday. Me, I got to get home, and I got to go to work. So no rest for the weary. We're going to keep on trucking. All right, your boy stopped to the gas station he loves, which is Love's. They always have super clean bathrooms, and of course I'm not sponsored, but they always have super clean bathrooms, cheap gas, and got some McDonald's. That way I can easily eat it on the way back. We got about a little over 2 hours. Let's keep trucking. Well, we made it home. I haven't even walked in the house yet, but not quite sure if today's event was kind of worth it. I was thinking about on the way home that we didn't do a whole lot of sales, which is fine. We did make some connections today, and that is just as important, if not more important, than money most of the time, which was great. But I was just thinking about all the work I have to do. Today was supposed to be originally spent getting things ready for next weekend, catching up on orders. So now what I'm going to have to do this week, I've got 2 dinner plans, one with a friend, one with my parents. I got to do a little bit of work on the purple bike. For that, be ready for next Saturday. Got to cut the grass, do laundry, catch up on orders, repack a little bit for next weekend's event, and I got like 4 days to do it. So that's a weekend or a day in the life turned into a weekend in the life, kind of on the fly there. So a little bit of bonus, a little bit of extra for you. But appreciate you so much. If you've made it this far, you're a real one. Comment down below, like, subscribe, but as always, keep it wretched.